Do you want to know the difference between acting as if, the law of attraction, the difference between that and unconditional power capable of manifesting not just any life, but your life? Today, you could walk away from this video and completely unleash it and let it flood into your life. If you are living the life of your authentic self, which when you do this, I'm going to explain this to you in this video, what this actually means. When you do this, the infinite power of infinite intelligence, God, source creation, again, I don't care what you call it, this power clearly comes through us when we are in alignment with the authentic self, when we are speaking from the place of who we really are. Now, why you'd be interested in other conversations like acting as if or law of attraction, trying to manifest certain things into your life, the problem with this is very simple. If something is not meant for you, if something is not resonant of who you really are, who you came here to be, here's the issue. Something that's not meant for you, you might get it, you might succeed in manifesting it, you could get it, it won't last long. Something that is not really resonant of your true authentic self, that spirit we're talking about, it doesn't matter if you spend your whole life manifesting and focusing to get it. It won't last. It will leave you. And the problem is that these things that excite us, that make us want to learn about this, about how to create these things in our life, the problem is that it comes from, honestly, a place within us where we don't feel like who we are right now in this moment is good enough. We don't think that who we are right now in this moment matters or is valuable. We think that if we can manifest that money or that relationship or that glamorous success or some kind of significance in our life, then we will feel amazing. But I think, honestly, you could take it from somebody, me, today in this video, who's spent years of their life manifesting all sorts of things in that way. I got to tell you, is it true that some of those techniques really work and do pay off? Yeah. But is it also true that it's never enough? That fulfillment you think it's going to give you is false. You get that number that you thought you wanted, and it instantly doesn't matter. Now you just want more. It never ends. You can never satisfy this part of your ego. And those are the ego desires. Okay, so there is a power to the law of attraction and acting as if. You can learn the mechanics and fundamental building blocks of reality, and you could do certain things like detach, stop caring as much, visualize, feel it now, and you could get some pretty good results doing things like this if you get good at it. Because a lot of people are confused about it in the beginning, but if you keep practicing, you could get good at it and you could get some good results. But again, the problem is it's not going to satisfy you, and one of the things that I've discovered is that if something is not meant for me, then I can't actually have it. Maybe I can manifest it and call it into reality, but it will never be mine. Never. Because it's not mine, because it's not me. Here's the power that we are speaking about in this video. And honestly, tapping into it is the easiest thing to do. That's what's so funny. Tapping it into it is the easiest thing to do. The power comes to us when we acknowledge what the real problem is in our lives. We may think that the problem is our finances. We may think that the problem is our love life. We may think it's all these different things. But doesn't it make sense to you that you can't actually solve any problem unless you are aware of what that problem actually is? Here's the analogy I want to give you to help you to remember it. Analogies really help our mind to remember certain concepts. Imagine your dishwasher was broken. You kept putting plates in and it didn't work. So what do? You get up and you go fix the garage door. You're out there working on the garage door. Makes no sense. The problem is the dishwasher. So here's our problem. Our problem is that we don't feel like we can be who we really are. That's the true fundamental problem, honestly. And if you really are willing to go within yourself and have the courage to look, I know you'll see this. The problem is that we don't feel like who we are right now in this moment is good enough. We think if we have this, that, then we'd be good enough. Then we'd matter. Then we could finally feel whole and complete. The problem is that when we take actions and we manifest from this unconscious place of thinking that when we finally get that thing, then we'll be good. The problem is that the energy behind the actions we're taking is always the energy of us not feeling good enough. That's the seeds we're planting. So maybe you get the money, maybe, but what you're also going to get with it is a huge yield of crops of feeling even worse about yourself, still not feeling good enough. And hey, you might get that money, but you might get it in a way that brings other problems into your life. Or you might get it like in the stock market, but then there's a stock market crash, right? I'm trying to be creative and helping you to see that if something doesn't belong to you, if it doesn't come from that authentic power of who you are, it will always be taken away from you. And when it is here, you can never have it because it was never yours to begin with. I'm not telling you can't have a love life. I'm not telling you can't have incredibly abundant finances, success. I'm not telling you that you can't do something really significant in this world that matters and makes a big difference. What I am telling you is that there is only one legitimate way to go about any of it. And it's to be honest with yourself right here, right now in this moment. That's it. It is this easy. There is only one thing, only one, that if you apply it, everything will work for you. Everything will happen for you. You'll be at the right place at the right time. All the things that are meant for who you really are finally able to get to you. You see, when you're constantly trying to be someone else because fundamentally you think who you are isn't good enough, right? That's why you're trying to make these changes. That's why you think if you finally manifest and get over there because who you are right here isn't good enough, so you want to be someone else. Do you see the problem here? If you're trying to be someone else, then life, the universe, God, cannot give you that of which you actually are. And doesn't it make sense that who you really are, that soul, that spirit, that's the life that you want to live? Doesn't it make sense to you that that's what would actually fulfill you? Is being who you really are, finding satisfaction in that, allowing the things that are actually meant for you to be here? Look, I got caught up. I'll give you a real short, real simple example. I got caught up for it was a very short period of my life I'm grateful for, in like visualizing myself in these huge mega mansions. And because like that's the programmed idea I had of being abundant and successful, right? Like these mega mansions. The funny thing is that I've been in a few mansions since then. I hate the way it feels. Just like to be honest, it's just like just a stupid amount of space to me. Somebody else, maybe that's authentic to their soul. The funny thing about me, you put me in a hut, you put me in a teepee, you put me in a tree house, you put me out here in the nature, in a tent, I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling abundant. This is my mansion. Now, my mansion might not be your mansion, but somebody else's mansion is absolutely not your mansion. Do you understand what I'm saying? How many things in life do you actually want because it's resonant of who you are? And how many things in life do you want that you could spend your whole life trying to get, and when you get it, you're going to feel like it's not your house? You're going to finally stand in that mansion and you're going to go, shit, I messed up. You ever heard that saying, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it? Dude, I spent years of my life manifesting and focusing so hard on bringing things into reality. I finally got them and I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. But I've never been disappointed when something that was in my life was something that belonged to me. Now, here's the kicker. Something I've discovered, and you'll have to see this for yourself, is that the things that I want, that's generally the first clue, the first sign that it doesn't belong to me. Because here's the funny thing. You know, what I have, who I am right now in this moment, There's no want involved because who I am is who I am, right? I'm just here right now in this moment. This is me. I've got everything I need. This exact moment, I'm breathing. The sun is shining. This is a thing that might be hard for some people to comprehend because it's so simple, because it's so easy. You see, who you are isn't something you have to try to figure out and come up with. A lot of people try to figure out, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? Hey, God, what's the plan? It seems like everybody else knows what they're supposed to be doing, but God, I'm pretty confused. Please tell me my purpose. This is the funny thing. You don't have to look to find yourself. You don't need anybody else around you or the big guy upstairs to tell you who you are, because who you are is who you are. You're right here, right now. Don't you get this? If you weren't right here, right now in this moment, then who? Who is listening to and watching this video? Maybe no one. I've had to come to terms with that personally. I've had to accept the fact that maybe my videos won't reach the amount of people that would be pretty cool to reach. The fact of the matter is that when I'm making videos from a place, again, this is just an example, I hope you can apply it to your life. When I'm making videos from a place of, I want millions and millions of people to see it, there's this really weird energy. It's hard to explain. I don't necessarily think everybody else might pick up on it. Sometimes I don't pick up on it. But what I will say is that the incredible power of me recognizing just you and just me, that's all I need to know. Me and you. Me and you. We are what matters right now to me. Because you, the one person, and you know I'm talking to you right now, you know that for a reason, because that is what this moment is about. You wouldn't be seeing this message and perceiving of it if there wasn't something really ready and ripe for you to take into your life. All those things that you think that you want, that wanting is your first clue. Because who you are is who you are. And when you can start to appreciate and understand that, then you open up the door for God, the universe, source creation, again, whatever you want to call it. You open up the door for more to be given to you. Now, people might go around and say, oh, it's because of vibration. It's because of frequency. It's because of law of attraction. It's because of blah, blah, blah. I say, hey, maybe you're right, but who the hell cares? There's only one thing you need to know. You need to know that you just need to be right here, right now in this moment. You need to be yourself. I'm going to give you a simple example. I was cooking last night on my camp stove over here. I'm camping right now. This is my camp area. I'll actually show you. I'll just do a 360 for some context. I'm out here, and I'm cooking on my grill, and Ruby comes over to me. We're getting ready in the winter. We're going to go live in Indonesia. So that's exciting. She comes over, and we're practicing language together, right? She learns these new phrases, and then she comes and teaches it to me. And she says, all right, Nathan, tell me 1 to 4 in Indonesian, right? Like in the language. And I couldn't remember. I forgot, you know? So she just rapidly tells me, and then she starts telling me a new phrase that I need to know. And I stopped her and I said, Ruby, don't give me new phrases. Don't give me more information if I don't currently understand the information I've already been given. I need to learn 1 through 4 first. Don't add more onto it. The fact that I didn't know what 1 through 4 means, that you should not give me a new phrase right now. I still need to learn and understand this one. Do you get what I'm saying? I know I'm saying some pretty strange examples to you, but the truth is in there. You cannot be given more of who you really are in this life until you understand who you are right now in this moment. If you can understand and fully realize and appreciate everything that is right now in your life, that is what opens the door for new phrases to come to you. That is what opens the door for more incredible things that have to do with you and your journey to arrive. Because the truth is that everything that's meant for you is trying to get to you. The problem is that a lot of us are doing everything in our power to keep it away. Because we're too busy trying to be someone else. Here's another example. Last example I'm going to share with you. The Lego movie. Have you seen that? The Lego movie? I like that movie. I thought it was pretty cute. Anyways, there's this guy who's the chosen one. Every movie has to have a chosen one, right? Why? Because it speaks to you and me in our hearts. Because we are special. That's why these themes play out in these movies. So this movie, this guy's the chosen one. He's the master builder. Master builder meaning he can build anything. He shouldn't have to need an instruction manual for it. He doesn't have to look at what other people have built and build from there. He can pull from his imagination and build things into reality with no instructions. He could just manifest things in, right? He's the chosen one. But he's learning how to be the chosen one because he didn't know he was the chosen one. And he's watching all these other master builders around him building this crazy vehicle that they're riding in. And he's confused and he's like caught up in what all of them are doing. Should I be doing what he's doing? Should I be doing what she's doing? And the guru guy, the wizard, looks at him and he says, he says, Emmett. That's the master builder's name, Emmett. Emmett. Don't pay any attention to what the others are doing. Focus on what makes you special. Who you are, Emmett. Be who you are. That's the secret of the master builder. That's the secret of a master manifester. That's the secret of truly creating an incredible life that's going to serve you very well. Look, you have to realize what is your mansion. Do you get what I'm saying? Because a huge, stupidly spacious house really makes me uncomfortable. Just to be honest, like there's no value in it to me. It like means nothing. Now this spacious nature, this means something to me, but I acknowledge that might not be the case for you or Joe or Rena or whoever out there. We have to identify what is it that we really are. And I think you'll notice if you really pay attention that what you really would prefer in the essence of your authentic self, who you really are, you have right now in this moment. That's the joke. I have the nature right here. I have the ability to make videos. I love making videos, right? It's not about get to this number of subscribers, get to this number of views. Sometimes in my mind, I get confused. I get caught up in the ego and I start thinking that's what it's about. Anytime I do that, things swiftly begin to fall apart because it's clearly me saying, I don't understand what's mine. What's mine is the love and passion for speaking to just you, this one person, right now in this moment. You are what matters. This moment is what matters. That is what I have. I have this moment and I have you. And I have this camera. And I have the passion in my heart to make this video. That's what is mine. That's what belongs to me. What belongs to you? And are you willing to come fully into this moment and acknowledge that the secret to life is as simple as just be yourself? Right? That was mom's advice back in the day. Maybe not everybody's mom. Heard some interesting things about how some people were raised. But, you know, this is what mom's age-old advice. Just be yourself, honey. How do I get this girl to like me, mom? Just be yourself. We think that if we play these games and act like the cool guy in the movie, we'll get the girl. But the truth is, we end up getting a girl that is meant for that guy that you're pretending to be. That's not the guy that you are. You need to be you. And then the girl that is great for you, or the guy, I don't personally care, whatever's your cup of tea, can come to you. Whatever is resonant in your spirit, in your soul, comes to you when you go, here I am. Here I am. I was never over there. I was never over there. I've been looking for myself, but the joke is that I am the one who is looking. That's the cosmic joke. That's the joke. This is the difference between acting as if, law of attraction, how to manifest in reality, shifting, all these conversations, very sexy, I understand, but there is one truth that fundamentally just trumps all of them, and it is the power of your authentic self. And you access it simply by being willing to be yourself. And if who you are right now in this moment isn't what you want to be, then you need to look at that and you need to be really honest with yourself about why do you think that being someone other than who you are right now in this moment would be better? Because who you are right now in this moment has very special gifts, very special passions, love, things in their life to appreciate, certain challenges that is part of your soul's path to be learning and growing through right now. And until you receive that, what you've been given, you can't be given more. Learn the Indonesian phrase that you've been given, then you can learn the next phrase. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it works. That's just how it works. It's just how it works. I mean, we live in an incredible place. But as long as you think the incredibleness is somewhere other than where you are, then no matter where you go, what you're bringing with you is this part of you that can't recognize the beauty in this moment. And so it doesn't matter how many beautiful places you manifest yourself in, your head's up your butt. You're going to miss it because that's the energy you're planting. It's really that simple. Hey, I want to let you know that all of my courses, classes, and recordings of live events are all 30% off right now for a limited time, just this month. The code is SUMMER in all caps. You apply it at checkout. The link is in the description. Check it out. Much love to you, and I hope to see you in the next Vibes and Frequencies video. See you soon.